welcome back to my channel. This channel is all about my recovery from anorexia. So today's video was actually requested by someone on my Instagram, Lily Draws. I'll put her username right here. Go follow her. She is so talented. And yeah, she's one of my best friends. So go follow her. So today's video is all about coping skills. How do you cope with eating disorders, with bad days, just with recovery in general? What are some coping tips? Because I've been in recovery for 5 months, and so I've come up with some, tips and tricks about how to cope. So let's get started. Okay guys, so the first one is affirmations. So I know this is kind of a general one and that it's well known, but I figured I'd cover it anyway. Affirmations, like things like just things, positive things about yourself. It doesn't even have to be physical. Be like, well, I have a great positive spirit, or my body is beautiful no matter what, or my body is handsome no matter what. My body is amazing. My body does so much for me. Just like positive affirmations, and so stuff like that. Just bring instead of negative comments, use positive comments so that you can learn to say positive things instead of always beating yourself up. And if you can't eat something, just being like, it's okay, I'll do it next time. I will try again. Don't give up. I'll try again. I can do this. And then don't back down. Go actually do it. Just maybe wait a day or two and then do it. So that positive affirmations like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Positive stuff. 2 is talking to someone. And this might not work for everyone, but for me, talking to my mom, talking to a sister, talking to a counselor, talking through my plans, talking through things helps me cope. So I recommend it to anyone who's struggling. Just go and talk through it instead of just keeping it all inside, because it helps lay out your plan, lay out everything that you need to do, or lay out your feelings, because instead of keeping them bottled up inside, you can just talk about them, right? So that really helps me. Number 3, staying off social media. If you are struggling with your body image and you are struggling to eat and you're struggling with comparing yourself, stay off social media. Because social media, there's a lot of body checks, there's a lot of posts of girls in bikinis, which if you do that, I'm not judging you. You have the free agency to post whatever you want, but it can often trigger eating disorders and trigger comparison. So if you struggle with comparison, stay off social media, because it's not going to help you. And eventually, go ahead, get back on social media, but when you're in a better place mentally, just staying off social media is a good one. Number 4, remember that recovery is for your health and your own good. Recovery is not to hurt you, harm you. It's for your welfare. It's for, just remind yourself that recovery is not to damage you, harm you, or upset you. It is to help you get back into a healthy mindset, have a healthy body, just be healthy. Because eating disorders aren't healthy. No matter what type of eating disorder, whether it be anorexia, whether it be bulimia, whether it be the other ones. I don't know many types of eating disorders. I'm going to start studying up on more types, because I feel like that's important for me to know. Because I know there's a lot of eating disorders, but there's a bunch of eating disorders, whether it be a binge eating disorder, a restriction to eating disorder. If you aren't diagnosed, which that does not make your eating disorder less valid if you aren't diagnosed. I know there's this new one that's like a general category where you display multiple types of symptoms of multiple eating disorders. So just whatever eating disorder you have, remember that recovery is for your own good. It's for your health. It's not bad. It's amazing. And it's to help you get your life back. 5, goals. If you don't have goals, for the future or for the next week, just setting a goal. My goal is to be able to do my soccer tryouts. I'm recovering from my soccer tryouts. Or I'm recovering so I can go on family vacations. Or I'm recovering for X. What are you recovering for? Or it doesn't even have to be what am I recovering for. It could be a goal. I'm going to eat enough this week, or I'm going to do my best in recovery this week so that I can go and hang out with my friends next week, right? So just a goal. It could be short term, it could be long term. Goals help you know what you're fighting for, right? Goals help, like, you know, why am I doing this? Why am I recovering, right? 6. This also goes along with number 5. What for? I want you to sit down, make a list, and write on the top of a piece of paper what for, or what am I recovering for, or recovering for, or what, you know, and make a list of all the things that you're recovering for. It could be big, could be small, could be anything. One of my recovering things, I'm recovering for popcorn at the movies. I'm recovering for milkshake runs. I'm recovering for my family. I'm recovering for my friends. I'm recovering so I can become a dietitian for eating disorders. I'm recovering, you know, for my future kids and my future spouse. I just make a list. What are you recovering for? So you know, what am I doing this for? Why am I doing this, right? Number 7, this is a really helpful, distractions. So if you're having a really bad day and your eating disorder's acting up and you're like, I can't do this, don't give in. Distractions. You know, call a friend. Maybe go out with a friend. Do a puzzle. Color something. Watch a TV show. Do something that, like, you know, will distract you, keep your mind off it, and that is not an ED behavior. Do something that will distract you, right? You know? For me, I bake something. You know, if I'm having a rough time, I go and bake something. Or I go do a puzzle, or I go watch my favorite TV show, or I go to my dad's house, or, you know, something that will distract you from your thoughts and everything that's going on, right? So that's a good one as well. 8 is find enjoyment in the little things, right? So this is a good coping mechanism, because if you can find gratitude and happiness in the little things, the upsetting things won't seem so major and big, right? So, for example, today I was doing my movement for the day, and I was almost done, and I looked over to my side, and I looked at the park, and the park gate was open, and I was like, okay, why not? And so I went in there and I swung on the swings for like 5 to 10 minutes while listening to some music, and it was enjoyment in the little things, right? And so later on, when I realized that I was stressed about my meals and going to work today, it didn't seem so big, because I had done something for myself. I did a little bit of self-care. I found enjoyment in the little things. I found enjoyment in the roses in my front yard. You know, finding enjoyment in little things is an excellent coping skill, because it helps you see, like, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't have anything to recover for. I don't have a reason. Recover for the little things. Recover for seeing a little, like, a rose in your front yard. Recover for swinging on the swings at the park. Recover for, you know, milkshakes. Recover for, you know, anything, you know. Finding enjoyment in the little things is a great coping mechanism. So yeah, I find that one very effective. And it's just, you know, yeah, it's really helpful to find, like, gratitude. I'm pretty sure there have been studies showing that when you're grateful for the little things, it has a great effect on recovery in general, and in, like, just being a happier person and lowering rates of depression. Like, I know that gratitude is just a powerful thing. Gratitude is so powerful. Number 9 for coping mechanisms is get out. Get out of the house. You know, it's a great coping mechanism, because when you're sitting in the house and you're just in the house and you're just in your room and you're not doing anything, it's often easy to get consumed in the ED behaviors and thoughts, because you have nothing else to do, right? You have nothing else to do. So maybe call a friend, go out and do something, you know. Go to the arcade, go to a museum, go do something, you know. Go to Walmart. Or call your mom, call your dad, call your sister, call your brother, call your aunt, your uncle, anyone. Call your grandma or grandpa. Anyone. Go out, do something with someone so that you are doing more than just sitting and thinking about your eating disorder. That goes kind of along with distractions, because distractions are very useful. And they help you cope and everything. 10, I know this has kind of been talked about throughout the whole video, but self-care is a really good coping mechanism. Doing something for yourself, right? And not doing it for your ED, right? Because for me, I told myself, oh, I'm overly exercising and I'm restricting for myself, right? Self-care. It's for myself, right? No, it's for the ED. It's for the ED. So do something for yourself. Put on a face mask. Not like the paper ones, not the COVID masks. But put on a relaxing gel mask, or get your nails done if you're a guy. You can still get your nails done. Just do something for yourself, just maybe read a book, paint your toenails, do a craft, do something for yourself, something that you enjoy, that's not ED or compensation or something like that. Do something for yourself, right? Because you deserve to self-care, right? And so those are some of my coping mechanisms that I like. Affirmations, talking, staying off social media, reminding yourself that recovery is for your health, goals, what for, distractions, and just do stuff for yourself, guys. Help yourself too. And a lot of times people can get really consumed in doing things for others and putting others before themselves, which is very humble and very selfless. But sometimes people forget to take care of themselves too. So you gotta take care of yourself, right? Coping with an eating disorder is really hard. It's hard because it comes to a lot of mental abuse, struggles, and just overwhelming feelings of guilt and everything. But if you can just try to cope and use all the tools that you can, if you can have a good coping mechanism to turn to, it really helps turn the tide of the recovery, because you're not just bouncing on a beam or a rope. You've got a safety net, right? If you tilt too far one way, you fall into your coping mechanism, then you bounce right back up, right? So it's not like it's like walking on a tightrope, like as I was saying. If you don't have coping mechanisms, you're basically walking on a tightrope with no net. You fall, you splat on the ground, right? I know it's kind of blunt, but you splat on the ground. But if you have coping mechanisms and you have tools, it's like having a net underneath. You may tilt too far one way, fall onto that net, but then you get right back up. It's like having a safety net, right? So it's really helpful. So I hope these coping mechanisms really helped you guys. These are just a few of the many coping mechanisms out there. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. Here is my username. And I also have a TikTok. I don't post as much on TikTok, but here's my username anyway. I hope you guys have a great day. Keep kicking eating disorder, but I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you guys know when I post videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.